Welcome back, Food FAQers. This is Mariella.
And Eric.
And today we're talking about sliders.
I love sliders.
Yes, me too. They're my favorite. I don't know if I have a favorite kind of burger, but these are my favorite kind of burgers to make at home.
So this is what I think about sliders.
Tell me.
You know, like when you make yourself a burger, so you put whatever you want on the burger, and then you think to yourself, oh man, I should have used a different type of sauce or a different type of cheese. Mm-hmm. So sliders is like my fat way of saying, I can have 3 of them or 4 of them.
Yes.
All different types of way to make it. And so I get a bite of every single type. So
100%.
And that way of doing it.
Yes. And it's also a family way to do it because my daughter doesn't like cheese. My son doesn't like mustard. My husband likes everything. I only like ketchup. So like we can customize this easily, really quickly. So I love it.
Especially for your kids. They're small. They'll eat it. Cause I think the hardest thing too is, well, I don't have kids. I hung out with your kids for a week, but I don't have kids.
You're still tired.
I'm exhausted. I fell in love with your children. I love your children. And I'm so happy that we got to bond.
Me too.
Cause you and I always bond, but I've never really bonded with your kids. So this was a
special
bonding experience. But what I've noticed is, especially with children, you know, cause again, I don't have kids. So when I serve a plate, it's like, whoa, like a big mound. And you're like, Eric, your kids. So, you know, so I think sliders are perfect for like little hands and they're perfect for adults because you can have multiple of them and they're really good.
Yeah. You can be a fatty and a kitty.
Remember back in the day, McDonald's had little sliders. Do you remember them?
You're making this up, Eric. You're hallucinating. This never happens.
We're going to Google this. McDonald's has sliders. Go on with your recipe. I don't want to hear this.
The only place that has sliders is White Castle, which you hate. So you must have had a White Castle one day and thought, oh, I'm at McDonald's. It's so bougie.
No. And White Castle is, I don't hate it, but it's just not my.
I mean, it's Diarrheaville, but there's something delicious about that in and of itself. Anyway, so I make sliders, I would say at least once a month for my family. Everyone loves them because they're so customizable. I love them too. I like making them. So this is what I do. I use my air fryer. I have like a Ninja air fryer where it's kind of like a toaster oven. So it's like a multi-use little oven. So I have it has a sheet tray, which I would say is roughly like 8x8, but you can also do this in the oven. I take a pound of beef, which we've discussed. I only like to use organic ground beef because I feel it tastes better. Give it a shot and see what you think. I like the one from Target, the Good and Gather. I think it's the brand. It's my favorite brand of organic beef and it's reasonably priced. It's like $7.50 a pound. To me, it's a worthy investment because I think it tastes like real meat. I take the meat and I will spread it out with my fingers into like a thin sheet that is the size and shape of Hawaiian rolls because I use Hawaiian rolls for these. I get the beef in the right shape and then I sprinkle it with salt, a little pepper. I put it on my favorite combo of aluminum foil underneath, parchment paper on top because it doesn't stick, but it also doesn't make my pan dirty. And I pop it in the air fryer for, I want to say it's like on 375 for about 10 minutes. I take it out. I flip it because I like both sides to be a little bit crusty because, you know, the bottom always gets a little bit soggy.
It's soggy.
Yeah. So I flip it and then I'll do like another 8 to 10 minutes on the other side and it gets nice and crusty and it's so good. I will then go ahead and divide my Hawaiian rolls in half lengthwise, open them up, put in the beef, and then I'll dress it up. My daughter doesn't like cheese. I don't put cheese on her 3 little burgers. She'll eat 3 now. My son doesn't have whatever, you know? So like I'll just make them all at once with different things on top, put the lid on it and slice them and then just serve them off. And it's so good. And I can't recommend it enough because lettuce, tomatoes, super simple things that you have will dress them up. Bacon, blue cheese. You can make this for a party. You can make it for your picky kids. It's super customizable and it's very low ingredients and time. And that's my favorite way to make a slider at the house.
So just to let you know, Burger King had sliders. I'm looking it up. Back in the 80s, there were sliders. And someone was saying there were sliders at McDonald's, but someone else was saying that might have just been McDonald's Canada.
Oh my God. And then you know about this somehow.
No, but I know about the Burger King sliders. My apologies. I was 5 years old in 1986, so I wasn't fully understanding what commercial I was watching, but I knew there was a slider on TV.
I like how one of your core memories is an ad from Burger King.
It's like the road that I took my entire life. Okay. So
I love that for you.
Back to your sliders.
Yes.
I've done these before.
Yeah.
They're really good. And what I like about them is, that exact way. And what I like about them is it's just simple because you're not making little hamburgers. You're just making one big patty. You're cutting the bread down the middle, putting it in and chopping it up the, size of the little breads. Mm-hmm. So I have done these before, and it's great when you have multiple people eating at your home and you're entertaining. Yeah. And who doesn't love like a burger bar? Like who doesn't love it? And you know what else? Millennials, you and I were talking, we don't own homes with yards and grills and all this bullshit. No. Like, cause our lives have been one massive fucking catastrophic economic event after the other. Right.
But we have air fryers and ovens, and we can definitely make these for everybody.
We do. We do. So I love that. I've done it before many times. I think it's a great recipe, and I love it because it's just easy. And I like that you cook in the air fryer or in the oven because you can walk away, get everything else prepared. Mm-hmm. I think the only thing I would just be careful is, just be a little careful because they do cook kind of quick.
They do, yeah.
And you don't want to really overdo it and make it rough and stringy and stuff like that.
I agree, but I feel like a slider needs to be well done, right? Am I crazy?
It doesn't. Well, I mean, it's thin meat to begin with, so even if it's not really well done, are you really going to know? But I agree. I think well done is perfectly fine for a slider. Like if it was a regular thick burger, no, not well done.
Right.
But I think a slider is perfectly fine to be well done.
So what are we going to eat this with, bro? I don't know. I had a hard time with this part. I always serve it with tater tots, homie.
Just call me bro.
I'm from Miami. Let's not forget.
You're back in Miami, like what? Like a week, and not even.
It never left me,
back
though.
a week. Right. Definitely never left you. So I love potato salad. I do like French fries better.
I mean, duh.
What? Potato salad. So we're talking about sliders. I'm thinking like the pool. I'm thinking of grilling and that type of summer gathering. So here's the deal with my potato salad. So first of all, I'm going to say this, and I hope this does not ruin our friendship. I hate when people put egg in their potato salad. I
am 100% with you. I fucking hate eggs. Okay.
I don't like eggs.
I had one. No. I had a boiled egg today because it's like that day. But usually, they make the smell is too much.
It smells like farts.
100%
it's just
farts.
Gelatinous and gross. And I hate it when you get like a scoop of potato salad in your spoon or your fork and you think, yum, it's going to be potato. It's a fucking egg.
And the jelly, they're like, ugh.
It's just gelatinous-y. I just can't deal with it. So if you put egg in your potato salad, do not invite me to your home.
If you're going to put eggs in your potato salad, don't put eggs in your potato salad.
Just don't fucking do it. So depending how many people you're going to serve. Oh, and here's another thing. I don't like an assload of mayo. Like obviously it needs to be mayo to bind things together. But again, I also don't want a glop of mayonnaise in my mouth too.
I like it. Well, yes. You know what I appreciate is when you can tell that there's sour cream and mayonnaise in it together. I like that.
That is good. I do like that. Mm-hmm. I do like that a lot.
It's thinner.
So what I do, it thins it out. Exactly. So what I do is, so it depends again how many people you're serving. So it really just depends. Potato salad is something you just kind of eyeball, at least in my head. So you take 2-3 pounds of potatoes, wash them. I don't take the skin off my potatoes because I like skin. So I don't take the skin off my potatoes. And you just cut it up into smaller pieces, put olive oil on it, put it in a 400-degree oven, and you let that go for like a good 30-40 minutes. So we're roasting the potatoes.
Yeah.
There's salt and pepper on there too.
What's the benefit of that?
What? To putting salt and pepper?
Roasting.
Oh, well, to me, the benefit is if the potato is more flavorful, it's not waterlogged by boiling it.
Agreed.
It's more flavorful. It's a little crunchy. It's just really good. I think, put it this way, a roasted potato tastes better than a boiled potato.
In life, right?
In general, exactly.
Agreed. Yeah.
Just like a roasted vegetable tastes better than a boiled vegetable.
True that.
The flavors are better. Get it out. You got to let the potatoes cool a little bit. So you got to let it cool for about 15 minutes. But while that is cooling, go ahead. You could take mayo. Again, I would maybe only take a cup or two. If you're doing 3 pounds of potatoes, maybe like a cup and a half of mayo. I don't like a lot of mayo, but that's just a personal thing. I like the idea of cutting it a little bit with sour cream. Mm-hmm. I think that's really good. You can also, it's a little bit of a stretch. You don't have to, but you can use some mayonnaise and you can cut it a little bit with like buttermilk. Mm-hmm. Which will give like a tanginess to it and will make the mayonnaise not so gloopy. And go ahead, chop up some onion. I like using purple onion. I'm not a big celery fan, but I do like it in my potato salad.
I don't.
Oh, really? You don't? Okay. So, cause I don't like celery, period. But in potato salad and stuffing. like it in those too.
Oh, stuffing is like a must. That is Thanksgiving. Yeah.
You can put celery in there. I also like, if you want to, you don't have to, but if you want to core up like a nice tart, delicious apple, or you want to do a sweet red apple, you can do that as well. Are you shaking your head?
Yeah, no, that's terrible.
Yeah, fuck you. That's what's terrible too. So get that all diced. You know what? Try my potato salad and tell me it's terrible.
Okay. You put apples in that shit?
Yeah, I do. Well, it depends on if I have an apple in my home or not.
Well, you said something else. Okay, keep going. I'll reserve judgment.
Reserve judgment. So I make it simple. Now, please also season it. Even though you season your potatoes, season it.
Season your food.
Yes, seriously. We went over that with stick of butter rice.
That's our tagline right now, I feel.
That hashtag season your food. So again, resalt, pepper it. I'm going to tell you a secret too, just to let you know. Instead of using salt, use celery salt. Celery salt fixes so many things that people don't realize. It's so a really appreciated or underutilized seasoning. Put celery salt in it and pepper. So it's going to be so much better. Then after it gets all mixed up, I love putting crumbled blue cheese in there.
Okay.
I love blue cheese. I can eat it off the frickin' block. It's delicious. So crumble the blue cheese, mix it in there. Again, this is a roasted potato salad, so it is actually going to be better if you do serve it pretty immediately. Some potato salads, you want it to sit for a couple hours, even overnight. This is something that you want to serve at least, in my opinion, within like the next hour, 2 hours, get it served because it is roasted potatoes. So roasted cold potatoes taste kind of weird. Mm-hmm. So you do want to get this served pretty quick. Oh, and crumbled bacon. Throw crumbled bacon there too.
That sounds great. I love the bacon. I love bacon in general, but I have a question about the blue cheese. How much are we talking? And are we mixing it all up in the innards of the salad?
All up in the innards of the salad. You mix it all up in there because what's great about blue cheese, so you really got to love blue cheese if you want this, because blue cheese is going to permeate that entire dish. You are going to taste it even if you don't have a chunk of blue cheese in your mouth. It's like an anchovy. It's going to permeate the entire thing. Yeah. So I like to use, honestly, use whatever blue cheese you want. If you want to do the crumbles, do the crumbles. If you want to use a soft blue cheese, just know it's going to mix and it's going to become part of the sauce itself. Mm-hmm. I like to just use crumbles or a hard blue cheese, crumble it up, mix it in there. But yeah, mix it all in. Don't just put it on top. It is so good. It gives such a tang to it. Yeah.
And I can see, because of the blue cheese, I feel like a green apple is okay. Yeah. Because I feel like those two things go together well.
They do.
Okay. When are you going to make this for me? I feel like.
Well, next time you're up, go ahead and make them. We'll make you a potato salad, and you're gonna eat your words, Mariella, with that, and leave the skin on the apple too.
You know what? Like, I feel like this could be even almost like slightly warm. Is that bad?
No, it's not bad. The only thing is, I think if it's gonna be warm, your mayonnaise is gonna just kind of melt, and that's not a horrible thing either.
I like that. I like that idea for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, you're going to let them sit for about 15 minutes before you mix it. So it's still going to be fairly warm. It's not like a little hot. Something. Yeah. Right. I think the key is I don't want the gorgonzola to melt. Right. And you still want a little bit of mayonnaise texture in there because it gets some creaminess to it. Mm-hmm. But I think you could serve it warm. I think if you would serve it warm, I would not use a mayonnaise dressing. I would use like a vinegar base, like a German potato salad. And I would almost use like a vinegar base. That sounds good. And that would probably go really well too. You may not have to season it as much, the layering, because the vinegar is going to add a real tang to it. But yeah, I think if you want to serve it warm, maybe do a vinegar base dressing. And that would be really good. Like a deconstructed potato salad almost. It would be. You know? Okay, this is what I'm thinking. Okay, check it out, right? So like you have your potatoes, right? Right. And then maybe you make the sauce with the blue cheese and all the shit or whatever, like all the other ingredients in one thing. And then you kind of like drizzle it on top. I don't know why that sounds really good to me. That's like a deconstructed loaded baked potato. Oh, is what you're getting. Even better. Yes. That's it right there. Don't get away from a potato salad, Mariella. Okay. This is a potato salad. You are. You seem hungry right now. But so I think you could definitely do it warm. That's not a problem. It's what I love about this is it's crunchy, it's good, and it's not boiled potatoes that's going to wet everything down. True. Love it. And it feeds a lot of people, which is. Oh, it feeds a buttload. If you're doing 3 pounds of potatoes, like when I first did this recipe years ago, it called for 3 pounds of potatoes. I remember like, it's a lot. It's a lot, but that's good.
if you're having a party.
Having a party. Yeah.
If not, also remember that you own your kitchen. Make less, taste it.
Yeah.
The only way to learn how to cook is to taste it.
And like I said, if you don't like blue cheese, you could do, this is the only time I tell you to do something that's a little pricey. If you don't like blue cheese, get like a really good, but like a decent price, like sharp cheddar, not your grocery store brand cheddar, but get like an Old Crock. Old Crock has a really good sharp cheddar. That's like, it's not that expensive. I mean, for cheddar, it's like $7-8 for a little block, but that delicious sharp cheddar that even has like the crystallized granules in it,
Yummy.
things like that. If you don't like blue cheese, substitute it with something like that.
Yes, I love that too. I love a baked potato and a baked potato salad.
That's good. What else we got?
Or, okay, I serve this with tater tots at home because, I'm on a time crunch usually.
Right.
And tater tots, if anything was made for the air fryer, it's a tater tot.
It is. Tater tots come out great in air fryers.
Right? There's nothing better. Even frying, when you have them fried out, I don't fry them in my house, but it's just not as good as an air fried tater tot.
I don't fry french fries or tater tots. I actually never have.
Me neither.
I was in the oven, and when air fryers came out, french fries and tater tots go. And I have never fried them at home.
Me neither. Ever. It sounds like a waste of time. Like if you want a fried potato, like just go to McDonald's. They do a fantastic job.
Or like make your own french fries if you really want a good fried.
I've never been able to successfully make my own french fries.
I've done them.
And they taste like McDonald's?
No, they taste better because it's actual potato. It's not processed with flavoring inside of it.
Womp womp. Bullshit.
All right. You know what? Potato tots, french fries, they go in, I love them in air fryers.
Yes. And you know what else? When I was there visiting you, I went to this place that I usually go with you and Orion, and we have drinks, and they have this thing called, it's not called a dippy taco. I call it a dippy taco. It's a birria duck quesadilla taco. I don't know how to.
Just taco. Birria duck taco.
Okay. And it's delicious, right? So I'm like, I'm going to take my family here. What a stupid thing to do. It's just a tapas bar. So we left there like paying a lot of money and very hungry. But what I did learn is that fruit on a stick, a fruit kebab, kids fucking love that shit.
Yeah.
Love it. I recommend that to you. If you have fruit lying around, put it on a stick. Your kids are going to go bonkers for it. And you can serve that alongside a slider with a few, like a little potato, or I don't know. My kids are not big potato salad eaters, but they will definitely eat this with I don't know. Kids like fruit and burgers. It's very strange. They're very weird little creatures.
I don't like that combo, but I can see a kid liking that combo.
Yeah, I definitely don't, but the kids will. So put some fruit on a stick and serve it to like any kid at your home that's there during the daytime. I'm guessing you're serving this during the day. This is like a very daytime food menu, right?
I think so. Yeah.
And it would not be a party if we didn't have a little drinky.
Oh, it's our favorite moment. A little drinky time.
When you told me about this, I got like excited on the inside parts.
This is very good. So I love wine. Yes. Wine is one of my favorite beverages. Daddy loves the grape. Okay. So I love some wine. And I'm a tea person.
Me too.
And I worked for tea companies for cluster of years, loose leaf tea companies. Mm-hmm. And so I love loose leaf tea. But here's the deal. You can do this with bag tea also.
Yeah.
And it is a little bit easier if you use a bag tea. So you're going to get your favorite wine. Here's the deal. If you are going to use a red wine, you're still going to want to chill it because you're going to need to open this wine bottle. And before you chill the wine, pop it open, pour a little bit for yourself, take a nice little sip, and you're just going to get some herbal tea bags. So now when I mean herbal tea bags, I need everybody to understand you're not going to get things like peppermint or stuff like that. You want to get tea bags that are strictly just fruit. So, hibiscus is probably the only floral I would do. Hibiscus, but a peach tea is really good. Mm-hmm. Apple teas are really good. Cranberry teas, but just make sure if there's any spice in that tea or any actual herbs in that tea, it's something you really love. Mm-hmm. And for a bottle of wine, you're going to get about 3 tea bags, and you're going to stick those tea bags in there, close it up, put it in the refrigerator, and let it steep for 24 hours. Here's the thing about tea people don't know. So after tea has cold steeped for 24 hours, you do got to remove the tea. Mold can form. Okay. So take the tea bags out. Okay. Tea bags are good in there for about a day or two, but you really don't want to leave it more than a whole day.
Okay.
And what I love about this is just, it's light, it's refreshing, and you're going to have your wine, but it's going to have like that subtle hint of cranberry or that hint of hibiscus. It's going to have this really nice flavor of peaches. So if you're going to use a white wine, I highly suggest using peach. I suggest using hibiscus. If you're going to use a red wine, it's really good. There are some really great strawberry teas. And, you know, just to throw it out there, they don't sponsor us, but one of my favorite tea companies to order from is Adagio Teas and adagio.com. And they have a really great cherry tea. They have tea bags also. If you do want to use loose leaf tea, you are going to have to pour the wine into a decanter and use like a tea ball with the loose leaf tea. Loose leaf tea will give you better flavor, but tea bags are much easier to get because you're at the grocery store for your sliders and potatoes. Grab a bottle of wine, grab some tea bags, and it's really good, Mari. It's refreshing and it's good. Yes.
And we were talking about, because I feel like the only way to drink this is like the horror way, which would be over ice. And we were talking about steeping tea and creating ice cubes from the tea, which I think is mind-blowingly delicious. Yes.
Create ice cubes from steeped tea. And if you don't have time to create ice cubes from steeped tea, you could just put frozen fruit in your cup.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
This is like a sangria, but not a sangria at the same time.
It's clancy.
Because you're basically just fruit flavoring your tea. Mm-hmm. And I like the reason why I like the idea of frozen fruit is because it doesn't dilute the wine.
Love that. I like that even better. Faster. You can put mango in there.
You can put mangoes in there, strawberries, blueberries. The larger the fruit, the colder it's going to stay. So, you know, if you have a strawberry in there, it's going to stay frozen longer as opposed to a bunch of blueberries. It's just a really good summer refreshing.
And we're calling it Tipsy Tea.
I like that. Tipsy Tea.
TM. Yes.
My food FAQ.
Yes.
So I love it. Try this. What I love about it, it's easy because you can get a bunch of bottles, bunch of tea bags, put it in there the night before you're gathering, bring it out. You're not there mixing drinks for people. Your area is not getting messy while people are mixing their own drinks.
Right.
And who doesn't love wine?
Everyone loves wine. I agree. This whole menu is super simple. And I feel like it's like if you have children, it's doable and you can entertain at the same time and have your fancy adult drink and, you know, enjoy.
Right. Have fun with it. I like this menu. This is a good one. Yeah. It's a good summer menu.
Yes. It screams summer and it screams being a parent. I don't know. Because I am one, I guess.
It does.
Okay. I hope you're enjoying our summer series. We have made so many of these episodes. You have an entire library here to enjoy through, like, I don't know when summer ends because I live in Florida, but I'm going to say it's October.
The first day. No. What do you mean? It's like September 21st or something like that. The first day of summer just started June 21st. That was the summer solstice.
Yeah, but when the summer ends, it ends in like when? August?
I think it's like September 20th or something like that.
So September. We're going to take you through September. You're going to party with us. You're going to thank us. Go back, listen to all these episodes. We have been planning your summer out since before summer was even a thing.
Yes. Just like we're going to plan your fall out too. That's going to be the fun one. That is going to be the fun one.
That's going to have.
I don't deal with heat. I don't like heat anymore. So
that's going to include chicken cutlets, which I'm like dying to reveal my chicken cutlet recipe.
It's going to include like, I'm so basic during fall time.
You
really
are.
Pumpkins and cinnamon and it'll be fucking amazing. I got a scarf. Freaking awesome. I love it.
All right. Don't forget to leave us a review in your favorite podcast listening app. Send us a line, send us an email, anything. Communicate with us. What do you guys want to know more about? We are so open and happy to communicate with you guys and take your suggestions and help you out in any way we can. We're here to serve. We hope you have an amazing week. Have fun. Enjoy your kids at home, even when they're driving you fucking crazy. And have a little tipsy tea to make the time go.
I love it.
Bye.
Bye-bye.